Hi, welcome to this trade review for the exacttrades.com Movers and Shakers report for August 1st, 2011. The Movers and Shakers report is a free pre-market report that comes to you every morning, giving you a minimum of 10 trade ideas. You can sign up for this free report at our website, www.exacttrades.com. And I'm going to take you through a couple of the trades from today, as well as give you a breakdown of how the other trades turned out. It was an interesting day today. The market gapped up due to the congressional leaders coming to an agreement on the debt ceiling issue. It hadn't been voted on in the House or the Senate yet, but the leaders came to an agreement on one, so the market gapped up. But early on in the session, we had a weaker than expected manufacturers report, which caused the indexes to sell off and ended up closing down on all three major indexes. What you're looking at is a screenshot from this morning's video where we give you the trade idea with the trigger as well as targets for the trade. This was a long trade for symbol ACOM, Ancestry.com. The trigger point was 3605, so that's the area you will enter your long position and have three targets of 3650, 3698, and then the 3798 area. So let's take a look to see how that trade turned out. Here we have a 1-minute chart on ACOM, that Ancestry.com. We had that trigger point at 3605, so that was our entry long right here. Right at the open, it opened at 3602. We took half off at our first target of 3650 and take another quarter off at the second target of 3698. And how we do this review is we figure a 1% stop with a 1% trailing stop after the first target is hit. So this trailing stop triggered at 3675. So overall it was a nice trade. The average exit on this trade was 3668 for an average profit of 63 cents per share on a $36 stock is 1.9%. Let's take a look at another trade. Here we have a short trade on Ametasys, symbol AMED. Again, this is a screenshot from this morning's video where we have the trade here with the trigger and two targets on this one. So let's see how this trade turned out. Okay, so here's this AMED, a 3-minute chart. We have our short entry right here at 2480. We took half off at our first target of 2455. Our last target was 2405. You can see it came down here at about 2410 and it bounced up. Since we use a 1% trailing stop, our stop got triggered here at 2435. But you can see it couldn't get above 2440 and it came down, ended up hitting 2401. So the target was hit. But for the purpose of the way we track our results, we factor it as a trailing stop was triggered at 2435. So this too was a nice trade. Average exit was 24.45 for a 35-cent profit or 1.5%. We had a total of 10 out of 16 trades today that didn't trigger. The trigger price wasn't hit. That was mainly due to the futures gapping up this morning. Anytime we have a gap up or a gap down where it gaps beyond the trigger point to the point where it's going to open or right around where your first target would have been, we recommend just canceling that idea and moving on to something else. And it's important to enter your orders right where the trigger points are. We usually set those beyond the point of support or resistance. And let me show you an example from today's report. Here's a trade from this morning on Motricity, MOTR. You can see that we have a trigger point of $6.26. That's where our buy order would be to go long. Let's take a look at that stock on an intraday chart. Okay, here's that chart for MOTR. You can see the high of the day right here was at 625, and so we had our trigger point at 626, so that didn't hit. So it's important not to get in these early. And you'll find that some of these don't trigger within 1 or 2 cents and they just reverse, and that's because we like to set these triggers beyond support or resistance areas where it needs to break through that area before our order triggers. So here's the overall summary for the Movers and Shakers report for August 1st, 2011. We had 16 total trade ideas this morning. 10 of them did not trigger. Again, that was due to the gap up this morning. We had 5 winners and 1 loser for a total win rate of 83.3%. So all in all, it was a great day. Be sure to visit our website at www.exacttrades.com. You can sign up for this free movers and shakers report. We'll email it out to you every morning before the market opens, and we give you a minimum of 10 trade ideas each and every day. And while you're there, check out our full library of products and services.